Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Qeyla Raiq Alva, and I'm a student from Subang State of Polytechnic. In this video, I would like to talk about page, the power of art, growth, and empowerment. Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that art is more than paintings on a wall, more than music echoing in a concert hall, or more than the lines of a poem written late at night? What if art is actually a form of power, a power that shapes who we are, helps us grow, and empowers us to change the world? Well, that is the essence of page, power of art, growth, and empowerment.
Ladies and gentlemen, art has always been a powerful force in human history. From the cave painting of Lascaux to the digital artworks we scroll past every day, art reflects our deepest emotions, fear, and hope. But it doesn't just reflect, it transforms. So, think about music during social movement, a protest song that gave strength to the oppressed, or murals in the city walls that turned silence into a loud demand for justice. Art gives voice to the voiceless. It moves people not only emotionally, but also socially and politically. And what's fascinating is that art transcends barriers. It speaks a universal language that cuts across culture, age, and background. So, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need to understand every word of the song to feel the passion. You don't need to speak the language of a poem to sense its soul. And that is the power of art. It unites, it moves, and it awakens. However, art isn't just about collective change. It's also deeply personal. Art nurtures growth. Ladies and gentlemen, every time we engage with art, we learn something about ourselves. Maybe you have tried sketching when you're overwhelmed and realized drawing helps you process emotion. Maybe you found yourself lost in a novel, and in those pages, you discover a new perspective. Or maybe you have written poetry late at night only to realize you were writing a letter to your future self. So art teaches us patience. It teaches resilience, because every artist knows the frustration of a blank canvas or an unfinished melody. And yet, it also teaches joy. Joy of creation, the joy of expressing something words alone cannot capture. Through art, we grow more empathetic. We step into the shoes of others, we experience lives that we never lived, struggle we've never faced, and dreams we've never dared to dream. This growth expands not just our minds, but our humanity. And from growth comes empowerment. So when people feel empowered, they are unstoppable. Art gives us that empowerment. For some, it's the confidence to stand on stage and share their voice. For others, it is the courage to tell stories that were once silenced. For many, it's simply the realization my story matters, my perspective counts, and my creativity has value. Ladies and gentlemen, empowerment through art is not limited to the individual, it ripples outward. A community that creates together builds strength together, from community theaters to street art, from cultural festivals to digital collaboration. Art empowers entire group to define their identity and claim their space in the world. And in this era of global challenges such as climate change, inequality, conflict, it is the art that often reminds us to our shared humanity and empowers us to believe that change is possible. Because for every revolution, before every leap of progress, there is a spark of imagination, and imagination is art.
Before we ask ourselves what page truly means, let us look at the lives of young people today. For many teenagers, art is not just a subject in school, it is a language of expression. It's in the doodles they draw on the edge of their notebooks when words aren't enough. It's in the playlists they create to carry them through heartbreak, stress, or joy. Or is it in the photos and videos they share online, turning everyday moments into stories that connect them with others? For a generation growing up in a world full of challenges, like pressure from school, questions about identity, the search for belonging, art becomes a safe space. It becomes a way to speak when no one seems to listen, a way to heal when life feels heavy, and a way to dream when the future feels uncertain. Through art, young people find their voices, build their confidence, and realize that who they are and what they create truly matters. And perhaps that's the most beautiful part. Teenagers don't just consume art, they create it. A sketch posted online can inspire a stranger halfway across the world. A short film made with nothing but a phone can spark an important conversation. And a simple lyric written in the bedroom can grow into an anthem for a whole community. So in their hands, art becomes not only a self-expression, but also a tool for connection and change. Ladies and gentlemen, every generation has its own way of using art, but for today's youth, it is also a mirror of resilience. In the moments of doubt, art reminds them that they are not alone. In the moments of joy, art amplifies their laughter. And in the moments of struggle, art gives them strength.
So,
to
what
rise
does
again.
page or power of art, growth, and empowerment mean for us today? It means remembering that art is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It's not just decoration for our lives, it is a foundation for who we are. Art has the power to move us, the ability to nurture our growth, and the gift of empowerment to make us believe in ourselves and in each other. Ladies and gentlemen, as we turn each page of our personal stories, let us fill them with creativity. Let's use the power of art not only to express ourselves, but to lift others up. Let's grow into more compassionate and resilient human beings, and let's empower one another to dream bigger, to act braver, and to imagine a better tomorrow. Because in the end, page isn't just a theme, it is a reminder that art is not only what we create, it is who we become. This is the power of art, this is growth, this is empowerment, this is page.